Hey guys, well, nothing really exciting here to show you today, but making a video, a quick video, just for my own references in the future. I have a Dodge Neon 2.0, and this applies to the 2.5, and what I had is an exhaust rattle. Couldn't figure out where it was. I thought it was in the muffler. The muffler sits way in the back, and I got under there and found out that the sound was actually traveling from the back of the exhaust on this engine and vibrating the whole exhaust, and it sounded like it had a marble in the can. So I went underneath, and well, let me just start up here. I got in here, took this air cleaner out, and there's two bolts and all that, and I'll probably have to get a light here real quick and show you what it looks like down in there. Actually, you know what, my light is right here in front of me. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon. And once you get the air box out, you can see you got all this room here. And I found out that the noise I was hearing was actually in something called a exhaust flange. I believe that's how you pronounce it and what it's called, and I'll show you what it looks like. And it's right here. When it would idle, you would hear this noise. Couldn't figure out what it was. I thought this whole piece here was bad, but this is in good shape. This is supposed to flex a little bit. There's a wire in here, some kind of a design they fixed with a wire. And the whole idea is this is supposed to flex a little bit because your engine is moving just a little bit from the slack in the motor mounts, and it keeps the vibration from the rest of the exhaust. But anyway, long story short, the noise turned out to be this piece right here. If you can see it right there, there's a piece in there. It's rattling right there, and the only way you can fix this is actually get this whole piece here. You can buy them online for about $30 or $40. And I was about to do that, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and take this off and just verify it. Maybe I can fix it. And it turns out I can fix it because I have a little tiny welder, and I'm simply just going to weld it back in there, and that should eliminate that noise, and you can hear it. It was very annoying. So it turns out it's this little piece right here. I'm going to kind of weld that around there, kind of tack weld it there. And I have this little welder here. It's been a lifesaver. It's a little 110 job. Picked it up for like 80 bucks, and they're fairly cheap. And if you don't have one of those and you work on vehicles a lot, I'd suggest you get one. It will save you a lot of time. Now, the other story is we're getting it off. I thought I could just, here, let me just kind of set this up. There's the exhaust. That bolts on there like that. And this here is the catalytic converter. And the setup is sort of like this. Well, I went under there. Of course, I had to cut the pipe off, and I can just put a sleeve on there, which is no problem. I thought I could just cut it there and come in here and grind these bolts off, which was pretty easy to do. And just take this section here off without leave the exhaust, leave the manifold on the car. But I really had a difficult time separating this from this. I put a chisel in here, couldn't do it. So luckily, I just went in here and took all the 10mm bolts out. And they're really easy to get out, and you can take a 10mm deep well and pretty much get all these out. Now, when you take them out, make sure the engine's cold because these bolts break loose easy. And so I just took this whole unit off as one piece. And once I got it off, that I got it in the garage and hit it, and finally got it apart. And I have a gasket laying around here for this. So that's all I got to do is weld this back, tack it in there, and I should be all right. And this kind of goes in there like that. And that's basically how the setup is. So, of course, you just got to unhook your O2 wire. Now, the bad thing is, I thought I could just unscrew this O2 sensor on the back of this catalytic converter, unscrew it, but I actually ended up breaking it. Actually, I even had one of those sockets, a special socket for this. Got it on there, and it just would not turn, and it kind of rounded off. So when I was turning it, it snapped the end of the O2 sensor. See, this is all that's left of it, so I'm going to have to get another one. They're about $15 or $20. But let me just tell you, if you can't get your O2 sensor off and you want to look at your flange, see if you can fix this noise and weld it, just leave your O2 sensor in there. Just unhook the wire. It's a really long wire. It's about 1.5 feet long. It goes to the side of the engine. There's the end I had to cut off, and this is a 2-inch piece of pipe. I can just get a sleeve and put on there and a couple clamps. But so right now I'm just going to go ahead and tack weld this in there and fix that. And if you can look down in there, it's actually a separate pipe that shoots the exhaust gas down into the pipe and keeps this here a little cooler, so this wire doesn't get burned up in there, this flex wire. And that's that. So I just wanted to make a quick video, and if you have any Dodge 2.0, 2.5, 4-cylinder, probably a Neon, if you have this rattling noise, this is your issue right here with this guy. So your best thing is probably, if you're going to want to take this off, I suggest first go ahead and see if you can get your exhaust bolts off. And once you get your exhaust bolts off, then just cut your pipe somewhere where you can put a sleeve back on it, and just kind of take the whole unit out at once, or out as one piece. And let me go in here real quick into the car. You can see there's a lot of room here to pull that unit down and out if you end up doing that. And just be careful, you got a couple of brake lines there. Actually, these are my cables from a light here. Or you may be able to just pull it up this way. So the air cleaner I took off is right here. And it's just 2 bolts that hold it on, and you got to take the little plastic breather tube off. And it comes right out, and it gives you a lot of room back here. And let me just turn the camera around here real quick. And here's the back of the engine. And I think you can see the manifold bolts there where they go into the block. Pretty easy to put back in. And it looks like the gasket's in pretty good shape. So that bolt over here, let's see, right about there. Right about there. I don't know if you can see it. You got to get into it at an angle, but it'll come out. I just used a little short extension and got everything out. So just wanted to make a quick video, because sometimes I go back and reference my own videos because I forget. I'm getting old. And if you have that noise with a Neon, Dodge Caravan, Plymouth Neon, any Chrysler product, rattling and exhaust, you can't figure it out where it is, and it sounds like it's up here, just get under there, take your hammer, or just take your fist and kind of bang on it a little bit, and you'll hear the noise. And more than likely, your noise is right here. So I'll go ahead and weld this up and give you a sneak peek here at it, and let you look at it. And I will no longer have to hear this noise. Okay, ladies and germs, it is welded back together. Like I said, those guys, they are amazing. You really need to get one of those if you don't have it. And check it out, no more rattling. Don't have to worry about that no more. Now, make sure when you start welding this, try to get that piece centered back in there as straight as you can. That way the outside of this doesn't hit it and make any noise, but looks pretty good. You can see I don't have any more noise. Not like it's good and tight, and there's the weld. Just kind of tacked it in there a little bit, but it should hold. And it saved me about $40. So all I can do now is bolt everything back together like that, put the gasket in there, and slide that in there. This actually came apart real easy, which they had a clamp on there, but they didn't really clamp it down. This is what I'm saying. I wouldn't even, if yours is down like this and has a clamp on it, don't cut it here, cut it down there. And just take your manifold bolts out and pull it apart as one unit. Then when you get it out, you can work on it and disassemble it here and weld this piece in there if it's bad. And like I said, your O2 sensor, don't even mess with it, because these things are almost impossible to get out half the time. How I got this out is I put this in a, actually stuck it on my trailer over there on the front end of it, shoved it down in one of the spars, took a pipe wrench, a big pipe wrench, and grabbed it and finally broke it loose. That's the only way I could get this out. I could not get it out with the original socket that you're supposed to take these out with. Wouldn't budge. But that's how I got it out. So the catalytic converter's in good shape. I never had any check engine lights or anything. So enough rambling on here. Go ahead and stick this on, and no more rattling. So we'll go ahead and put this on. We'll start it up here in a little bit and let you listen to it. Alright guys, about an hour later, it's all back together. All I gotta do is put my bolts and my gasket here on, and I just welded that piece on the bottom. So I was gonna get a sleeve and put on it, but I decided just to weld it. Let me show you real quick. And there you can see I just kind of welded it. Got to practice my welding skills, you know. but it's an even weld all the way around. I actually lowered it and got the top of it, then pushed it up and got the bottom. But if you've been welding a little bit, you understand. But it's all back together, and hopefully my rattling will be gone. And there's the catalytic converter, and up to the top there. So I know, another boring video, but let's go back up on the top. There's my new gasket. I've actually had this for quite some time because I've worked on other 2.0s and 2.5s. So we'll stick this on, and I got me some new flange bolts there for 38 cents. Got 4 of them. And this shouldn't take very long. We'll go ahead and bolt this together and start her up. But like I said, I will have to get an oxygen sensor because I broke that one. So I'll go ahead and put the old one back in just so I don't have an exhaust noise for now. And we'll hook all this up and start it up and see how it sounds. Alright, my bolts are tight. There's my flange bolts. Everything looks pretty good. So now all I gotta do is go ahead and start her up and see how it sounds. It should be a lot quieter. Well, it wasn't really loud. It just had that rattle noise. So I'm all happy about that. So start her up and see what it sounds like. Alright, well, it's running. It looks like I pretty much got rid of the noise. I don't have it. I used to have it really bad in reverse. If you can listen. Nothing like it was before. So that noise was in that flange. And we can go outside. I pulled the car out in the garage, outside of the garage since it's warm out. And it sounds pretty good. So, I figured I'd just make a quick video for you guys if you're having that noise. That's what your noise is. If you want to put a new one on, go for it. But I just temporarily, did it for now, fixed it. If the noise doesn't come back, I may just leave it, I don't know. But, it sounds really good, no more noise. Before, I should have made a video earlier. It was really loud and annoying, but now it's pretty much non-existent, so that's good. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and if you don't like the video, hey, give me a thumbs down, I don't care. It's just a little video I made on a Sunday afternoon, just to kind of keep things rolling along. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Stay tuned.